The Great Mind is back on NTA Oshogo. Do you want to know the secrets of true and lasting success? Do you have a dream to join the ranks of the super successful people? The achievers of our time are ready through The Great Mind on NTA Oshogo to reveal to you the secrets of their success in their different vocations. The Great Mind is a program that can help you to formulate the real philosophy of success through the life stories and experiences of the great men and women you will be meeting on the program. Join me, Bola Olayode, on the program on NTA Oshogo every Saturday between 3 and 3:30 p.m. That's your program, The Great Mind. The program that will give the secret of true and lasting success. I'm Bola Olayode, your hostess of the program. For this episode of the program, we are featuring a virtuous woman. She is the pride of women. She has been back for the generation positively. She is already Idiat, Babalola, the only female legislator in the state parliament. You might be wondering that why all the comments to the host of the program what I'm talking about. This compound, People's Compound in Idiat, Osun State, is the compound of Paraji Babalola, the grandfather of Honorable Idiat Oluyemisi Babalola, the only female legislator in Osun Assembly, who is also the representative of Idiat State constituency. Paraji Babalola was known in his lifetime to be a great selfless humanist, as he lived his life to better the lives of the people. He founded Egbe Alajesheku in Idiat, which was a precursor to today's cooperative societies and microfinance banking. The humanitarian streak in late Paraji Babalola ran unbroken through to his son Alhaji Zakariya Olayiwola Babalola and on to his granddaughter Honorable Idiat Oluyemisi Babalola. Honorable Idiat Oluyemisi Babalola was born with silver spoon in her mouth. Yet, her upbringing was not by any means defective. She was sent to the boarding school at the age of 4.
Well, actually, my primary school education was in Nigeria. I went to tourism school in Ibadan, and from there I went to Ankaras for my school in Chicago. And from there I went to England, and I attended public schools in Nigeria. Public school, well, in England, when you say public school, you're talking of the old establishment schools. And I think if you look at it from a Nigerian point of view, we call it public school, but here in Nigeria, those are the private schools. So I did my both my secondary and post-secondary schools in public schools in England. And so that's about my childhood and education. As for growing up, I had a very, very happy childhood. I'm happy to say that. I know that even from when I was young, I have reason to be thankful to God, in the sense that at least my basic needs my parents were able to meet my basic needs, and I thank God for that. So I had a very happy childhood, and being the first of 13 kids, you realize that in certain aspects of it, you're supposed to be like a big sister, even when you are just a child yourself. But I really can't think of any part of my childhood. Oh yeah, the only part of my childhood that when I look back on, I am not so nostalgic about is the fact that I left home when I was about 4 to go to boarding school, and I remember most of the time not my dad, because I mean he was rather strict, very loving but very strict, but the people around me, especially the domestic staff, if I wanted something and I can't have it and I'm throwing tantrums, I have them say, let's have it, she'll soon go back. So in a way, that also worked to my advantage, but aside from having to leave home to go to boarding school, and I know that 2 days before I went back to school, I was already depressed and very, because I know that I'm going to be away for another 10 weeks. And you can't eat the way you want to, you have to eat what the school provides. So all of that, and I guess I can't really say, I guess that was part of my training, just to let you know that you can't always have what you want when you want it.
Honorable Idiat Babalola has a trait cherished by anyone that comes her way. She is known to be a woman of humble character by excellence. This can be traceable to an experience she had while she was 8-year-old.
You're not allowed to get with blue mud or anything. The discipline was there, and I know that my father was very, very big of respect. And I remember once one of the drivers said, well, you must go and get me the key from upstairs. And I was like, I will not. And I knew that I said at that time, I was more than 8 years old. I was like, I am not going to get you, go and get it yourself. Unknown to me that my dad overheard the conversation, so he now called me and the particular driver and said, look here, you are not better than him. The fact that he's still working as a driver does not make you any better. The only difference is that you have the opportunity to be where you are. I mean, the fact that they're working for you, that doesn't make them your slave. So, and as a matter of fact, my father said, from that point on, I had the assignment of making sure I handed over all the keys to the driver. That was possibly my punishment. And I remember there was another time he made me sweep the compound. I must have done something at the time and said, going forward, no house help should sweep the past. To me, in those days, it was like I was sweeping 2 miles. I was now looking back, probably just a few meters, but I had to do that. So, kind of bring you down to level, to let you know that you're not better off than anybody. You're just maybe more fortunate than other people. That doesn't mean that you should run anybody else down. So,
Honorable Idiat Babalola, who holds a Bachelor of Laws degree from the University of Buckingham and a Master of Laws degree from the University of London, has been positively affecting the lives of the common man since 1984, when she was called to the bar. She joined Chief Merchant Bank Ikoyi as a legal officer. Her passion for altruistic service came to the fore when she became a legal aid officer with the Nigeria Legal Aid Council in Lagos, where she made available, through the structure of the council, free legal representation to people who could not afford the cost of legal services. Also, while she served as the Regional Manager Consumer Credit Counseling Service in Atlanta, Georgia, United States, she was the only black person, yet she made a positive difference.
I think I was in the United States of America, where I was working as a regional manager in Consumer Credit Counseling Service. And that was an agency that was actually helping people out of their financial straits. As you know, America is really big on credit. Everything you do is on credit. And so we have individuals that are overwhelmed, and they've maxed out their credit limits, and to the point where a lot of them are at the verge of losing everything. We have plans already scheduled. Of course, I'm going to have to rework my sleep. I'm doing the counseling myself. And I really enjoy doing those, doing the sessions, because it actually connects with the people. And it was very gratifying. I guess I was representing the people in a different aspect, in a different but when you're a politician like I am, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a continuation of what I was doing in the US. Because what was I doing actually counts in the interest of the people. The person who is about to lose their home, what I'm saying is that please let us stay in our home. The person who is credit challenged, please let me allow a repayment time that is affordable. For that person that wants to pass that up, say please, this person really needs. So really, at any given point, it has always been, the whole service has actually permitted my my professional life. When I was working as an attorney, I worked with Nigerian Legal Aid Council, and all I did was, there's a privilege who cannot afford legal representation. And my job was to go to all the prisons, before prison, territory, maximum prison, to actually look at the cases of these people that are waiting there, and you are amazed what you find. And so when you get, the cases I handled were only offenses against the person. I'm talking of rape, murder, manslaughter. That's just really different. I couldn't handle anything to do with forgery or whatever. It has to be offenses against the person. Or rape, assaulted, battery and assault and battery, murder, manslaughter, whatever. Those were the cases I handled in Nigerian Legal Aid Council.
Because of her commitment to make a positive difference and being committed to positively affect the lives of the common man, Honorable Idiat Babalola came back to Nigeria and was given the mandate by our people in the year 2007 to be their representative in Osun Parliament. Since her election into the state parliament, she has brought into Osun Parliament a firm, feminine touch, persuasive yet vibrant and articulate. She discusses and acts passionately on any issue that has to do with women, as she often persuades her colleagues on the causes dear to her heart, the cause of the common man and of the underserved women folk in the society. Through this her office in her constituency, she has done various capital development initiatives. Precisely Friday, July 17, few days ago, Honorable Idiat clocked 50 years on earth. Since the essence of being a successful person is to be able to impact positively on others, Honorable Idiat Babalola did not make her birthday celebration to be purely merry-making, but she used the occasion to put smiles on the faces of the downtrodden. Marking her birthday in her constituency on that Friday, July 17, the exact day she clocked 50, she donated sets of computer systems to some schools in her constituency. She distributed grading machines to the indigents in her constituency. She also purchased power generating sets for some members of her constituency. She also made cash donations to some poor women in her constituency. She was assisted by the state chairman of her party, Alhaji Rasak Ademola, and the deputy speaker in the state parliament, Oyewole, to distribute the materials to the people.
20 grinding machines, 10 sewing machines, 4 14-inch television, 120 stoves, 100,000 to be distributed among 20 beneficiaries for small-scale business. 10 computers distributed to all secondary schools in Nede. 100 party packs.
These are some of the beneficiaries of the largesse of Honorable Oluyemisi Babalola.
Ní ọ̀dọ̀ Idiat Honorable Idiat pé gbogbo tó ṣe fún wa wò rẹ̀ rẹ̀. Gbogbo Honorable tó ti ń jẹ òrìbí tí ẹ̀ tó jẹ yìí ó tù wá lára, ìgbà rẹ̀ tù wá lára. Birthday rẹ̀ tó ṣe ìgbà rẹ̀ ó máa lé o, àgbo rẹ̀ ó máa lé. Ọlọ́run ní yóò sì ṣe gbogbo ọdún kan ní fún un. Lókèlókè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ ó máa lọ torí pé gbogbo tó ṣe fún wa ó ṣe gudugudu méje fún wa yàyà mẹ́fà.
Honorable Idiat, she's the someone that she really try a lot of things for those people in the privilege. I mean, those people in the urban and the rural area within the South local government. Actually, when she came on board, I think she came on board about 2 years ago. She really tried her best concerning how to make everything possible for all of us in the South local government here.
Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ mi, Aki Honorable Idiat Babalola, ó try gan, ó ṣe gudugudu méje àti yàyà mẹ́fà. Torí jọ́ tí àwọn honorable tí ń wà káàkiri ohun tí Idiat Babalola tó dánwò kódà àti ìrì honorable tó ṣerú rẹ̀ tóró try gan ni. Ó fún àwọn èèyàn machine, àwa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹnìkan ẹ̀rọ ata, ó fún àwọn ẹlòmíì náà owó òkòwò pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́, ó fún kálukú.
Saturday, July 18, Honorable Idiat Babalola, being ever committed to the cause of the women folk, brought into full display a strong conviction that there is joy, pride, and fulfillment in womanhood by launching a foundation christened Raji Babalola Foundation, which proceeds to the upliftment of women folk from the position of relegation to that of pride, usefulness, and fulfillment. The event was a gathering of the eminent personalities within and outside the country, as Oni of Ife Oba Okwade Shijuade led the royal fathers to the occasion. Members of National Assembly were led by Otumba Iyola Omeshore, while the members of the state parliaments and their wives were led respectively by the Deputy Speaker Mburo and the wife of the Speaker, Barrister Adikemi Bello. Governor Olagosoye Oyinola was in attendance. He made his comments on the celebrant, Honorable Idiat Babalola.
It is indeed my pleasure to be part of this ceremony marking the official launching of the Raji Babalola Foundation, a not-for-profit and non-governmental organization that seeks to create an enabling environment for the participation of women in governance and politics, alleviate poverty, as well as promote gender equality and nation building. It is also heartening to note that the foundation aims at sensitizing and supporting women to play their pivotal role in our society by providing them education, enlightenment, and necessary skills and empowerment which would encourage them to work towards greater achievement. I particularly salute the initiator and founder of the foundation, Honorable Idiat Babalola, a member of the Osun State House of Assembly and Zion of the popular Babalola family of Ede. Honorable Idiat Babalola's zeal and enthusiasm to serve our people is quite high and commendable. It is noteworthy that she, even as the only female honorable member of the Osun State House of Assembly, has performed creditably in all her activities in the State House of Assembly. I must therefore commend her for providing the platform for the disadvantaged group in our society, for them to be able to develop their potentials and realize their ambition in life.
Deputy Speaker Mburo extolled the good fortunes of Honorable Idiat Babalola.
One of the fortunes we see in her, with our background and rural, is our humility. Because with the little interaction we've had, that's one of the lessons you have to learn from her. With all she's endowed with, she's humble. And another thing is what we've been witnessing here today. In fact, what started yesterday? Yesterday, we were needed where my sister distributed certain things. But you won't believe it, 95% of the recipients of those gifts were women. Okay, my mom will say because she's a woman. And that has been one of the things I've been championing in the Osun State Assembly because of women.
These are the comments of other people about Honorable Idiat Babalola's family.
I know him and I know the whole of his family. The name we used to call Papa, Babale Beko. Papa was too good not to have been left behind such children like my brother, Chief S.O.B. or S.O. Babalola, and good grandchildren like my brother Remy and my sister Yemisi. Papa was extremely religious. You see, how can you combine all these things and not have a great man? Therefore, all these qualities qualified Papa Lebeko to be a great cooperative man, which almost anybody from Ede should be familiar with. You must have had a lot of qualities. Papa was head of Agbekoya. I'm very sure anybody who is above 40 here, 40 years old here now, will remember what they used to call Agbekoya.
Let me congratulate Honorable Idiat Babalola on the occasion of her 50th birthday anniversary. Apart from her 50th birthday, she's also initiating the launch of the foundation, the Raji Babalola Foundation.
Honorable Idiat Babalola is not a pride of her immediate family alone. She is a pride of the entire women folk and a blessing to this generation.
It's a great feeling because I have a mother like that I can go to for anything, and she's there for me and she's there for other people and for the community.
My mom is a very good mom. She works really hard to make sure I can turn out okay. And she's more than a mother, she's a friend. I can always call her if I need anything. I'm really happy that she's my mom and I love her. And I want to say congratulations. I hope she has 50 more birthdays.
It's one of my happiest days. Not only my daughter is celebrating her 50th birthday, last month, the Raji Babalola Foundation has negotiated and gave the children 100%. And at the time, she was entering into politics, not everybody. We are going to see those.
As Honorable Idiat Babalola cut her 50th birthday cake, well-wishers also joined her on the floor to celebrate the joy of the moment. Raji Babalola Foundation is